Hi, everybody. It's Sweet Old Bob from the Careful Study. Got a couple housekeeping things to talk about. If you could, please join the Careful Study Discord. We have people who are talking about Magic the Gathering and EDH at large. Plus, we have people looking for groups so we can get some pods and some games in. Also, if you could take just a minute, maybe even pause the video if you could, to drop a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, it really helped me out. But today's topic, we're going to be talking about taming your collection, specifically as it pertains to your commander decks, and the last video that I posted where I mentioned how I keep my dot system. So if you look right here at Korvold, on the top of that little black bar, I've got a little gold dot that I use to keep track of all the cards that belong specifically in his deck. The same goes for Elsha the Infinite. She's got the silver. Yarok has the silver on the other side. And Vile Smasher and Thrasios have a bronze dot on the bottom. This portion of the video is going to focus more on the back end, the preparation that you need to do before you put the dots down. This is all to save you money, and it takes a little bit of patience, but let's just jump into it. So this part is the easy part. We're going to be looking at tappedout.net or whatever your deck building, I don't know what to even call it, deck building platform of choice is. We're going to grab our deck lists here. So I want to start out with my Curious Control deck list. Well, I mean, you can see the other ones that I have that I mentioned in the prior video. But yeah, I'll go back to Curious Control and we can see the whole thing. You guys are familiar with the layout. But we start out with, everything that's in the deck here. You can't edit this portion. Don't really want to. But this is my optimized deck list. This is what I'm choosing to run. And this is what I'm choosing to put all of my energy and my dots into. So what I need to do is go over to the edit button at the top left. Once it pulls us into here, I'm going to grab all of the cards that are in here. They're listed alphabetically, which will be a tremendous help, but not until later. So I'm going to grab these with Command C, Control C, whatever it is that you're using. Now I'm going to go to Google Sheets. I hope you all are familiar with this. It's basically a free online spreadsheet service that you can do. I'm going to you can see I've already got my commander decks that are listed for my dots, but I'm going to build this again. So I'm going to start and I'm going to paste these cards into this. I don't know why I keep clicking on this, but I constantly want to switch tabs. So I've got these, all of these. I'm going to paste them down right here. Control V, Command V, whatever it is that you want to do. So I pasted the decks, but I screwed up a little bit. I need to drop it down a row. So I'm going to grab everything that's here and I'm going to paste it down so I can name it and I can keep track of whatever it is that I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and name for each deck that I've got across the top. We've got Yarok, we've got Korvold, and we've got Elsha. I'm going to put these across right here. The next thing that's happening is I'm just grabbing all of these deck lists and I'm dropping them in there, formatting it. It's all spaced out. Now you notice that we've got 101 cards in the list, but it's not really. It's technically 100. I've got the title in there, but some of these are falling short. So we need to address this difference here. We need to make it go down to 101. The reason that it's not is because I have copies of basic lands that fall in this deck, and I need to add the space in there for it to try and get a unique identifier for it. So I have 5 forests. I need the space to put 5 in. If you catch what I'm doing here, I'm putting the parentheses around it and I have forest, forest 2, forest 3, 4, all that. And I'm going on and doing that with islands and swamps. I'm going to be doing that for each basic land that I come across. So that way it's only going to mark when I do the formula later. It's only going to mark unique instances of each card based on the parameters that I set for it. It's a super simple formula for me to do, but we're just going to go through and copy all of these multiple copies of everything. Once it's all finished, you'll notice that I have 100 cards in the deck and it has 101 rows, but because of the titles. This is the most important part. We're going to click this format drop down and go to conditional formatting. We need to do this in order to mark unique instances of each card. So we have to apply it to a specific range, and it needs to go from A2 to D101, but I have to type it in the right way. So A2 : D101. Then we're going to enable the formula. So we need to change this to custom format is, and we're going to enter this formula. It's a count if formula, and you can look at it and type it exactly as you see it right here, equals count if, and we have to do these dollar signs in this formula. $A, $2, that anchors it there so the formula won't change or be drug or move anywhere, and specifically grab those to $D, $101. And we're going to put a comma and then do A2 because that's the first cell that we want it to look at. And we're going to make it equal to, and it's only going to show the unique cells that have 2 instances occurring across all the ranges. So we have 2 ad nauseums, 2 Ashiok dream renders, 2 Ozra oddsmaker, wherever the second one is, it's over there. 2 autumn veils. I mean, that's just the instance for doing 2s. We're going to copy and paste this formula in the conditional formatting thing again to do equals 3. I changed the highlight color to yellow, so now we're seeing all the instances of anything that pops up 3 times, such as this Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy, so on and so forth. That's just how it works. We're going to move on again, and I'm going to copy and paste the formula and change it to equals 4 and do this nasty purple color. So now we can see 4 ofs. So anything that would have 4 dots on each of the cards, or 3 dots, 2 dots, they're popping up perfectly clear. Now I don't want to waste your time, so I'm just going to go over and click onto my my commander deck list that I use, and I have it in a gradient. So the dark green is things that have 4 dots, lighter green 3, lighter green 2, white only has 1 dot. And so this sort of gives you a visualization of how many unique cards that I have and then how many are shared. It reduces the size of everything that I'm carrying around with me, and that's basically it. So get to putting some dots onto some stuff. Make sure that you're, using your money wisely, only buying cards that could fit into all of your decks or, just some of them. Not everything belongs, but this would be a great reason to look at everything that you've got going on and maximizing and stretching your dollar. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Come and see us next time.